Hello and welcome to the Media News, reaching you live from our studios in Lagos. I am Umahi Idolor. Okay, we'll go on this quick break and we'll come back. We'll bring you the headlines.
My name is Shino Gbadegeshi. I'm the CEO of Gozi Micro Insurance. Continue to watch Souq News.
Adenike Adeyemi, Executive Director of Faith Foundation. Keep watching Souq News.
My name is Shepherd Michael Adewale Onofuye. I enjoy you all to always watch Souq News TV.
Hey everyone, Majuli Obaje here representing Gigi. Keep watching Souq News, okay? Stay updated with Souq News.
My name is Aton Keme. I am the head of MSME Banking. Please keep watching Souq News and stay glued to Souq News.
I recommend that more and more people should watch Souq News because they deal with business news.
Hi, my name is Amaka Wokolo. I am the director of the Faith Institute at Faith Foundation. Keep watching Souq News.
Known as the father of African literature, Chinua Achebe was born on the 16th of November 1930 in Ogidi, now Anambra State, eastern Nigeria. He was born to Isaiah Okafor Achebe, a teacher and an evangelist, and Janet Anenichi Ilegunam, a vegetable farmer. Achebe has reshaped the global understanding of African identity through the power of storytelling. Raised during the twilight of colonial rule, Achebe's education was steeped in both Igbo tradition and the Western values of post-colonial Christianity. As a student at the University of Ibadan, he became fiercely critical of how Africa was portrayed in Western literature. Achebe believed that Western literature often painted Africa as a dark and primitive continent, but he sought to tell the African people's lens. In 1958, Achebe's groundbreaking novel Things Fall Apart shattered colonial narratives through the tragic story of Okonkwo, an Igbo warrior. Achebe illuminated the complexities of African culture and the devastating effects of European colonization. Things Fall Apart became more than just a novel. It became a symbol of African resistance against the oppressive narratives of colonialism. Achebe was not just a writer. He was a passionate advocate for African self-determination, and his political activism made him a critical voice in the post-colonial era. Even after a life marked by personal and political struggles, including a car accident that left him partially paralyzed, Achebe continued to inspire. He taught at Bard College and later Brown University, where his influence reached new generations of writers and thinkers. He was married to Christiana Chinwe Okoli and they had 4 children. Sadly, he died in March 2013 at the age of 82. Chinua Achebe's legacy endures in his novels, his essays, and in the countless voices of African writers who follow in his footsteps. He gave us a voice, a story, and a vision of Africa that is ours to share.
Wole Soyinka, born Akiwande Oluwole Babatunde Soyinka on July 13, 1934, in Abeokuta, Ogun State, southwest Nigeria, stands as one of Africa's most celebrated literary figures and a global icon of resistance against oppression. His life and works reflect an unwavering commitment to justice, culture, and the transformative power of art. Soyinka was born into a Yoruba family in colonial Nigeria, an environment that exposed him to both traditional African culture and Western education. His father, Samuel Ayodele Soyinka, was a school headmaster, while his mother, Grace Eniola Soyinka, was a devoted Anglican. This blend of indigenous and colonial influences deeply shaped Soyinka's world. Soyinka attended Government College Ibadan and later proceeded to the University College Ibadan, where he studied English and literature. Soyinka completed his education at the University of Leeds in England, earning a degree in English and later a doctorate degree. In the late 1950s, Soyinka began working as a dramaturgist at the Royal Court Theatre in London. However, his passion for storytelling and cultural preservation drew him back to Nigeria, where he founded two theatre groups known as the 1960 Masks and the Orisun Theatre Company. Soyinka's works, often a fusion of Western dramatic techniques and African themes, address universal issues of justice, freedom, and human dignity. His early play, titled A Dance of the Forest, which was introduced in 1960, written to celebrate Nigeria's independence, critically
Hello and welcome to the Media News. Once again, reaching you live from our studios in Lagos. I am Umahi Idolor. President Bola Tinubu has approved over 1,300 billion naira for ongoing federal road and bridge projects in Nigeria's southeast, according to the Minister of Works, David Umahi. The funding covers major highways such as the Enugu-Onitsha Road, the second Niger Bridge access roads, and the Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway, with 108 billion naira already released. The southeast section of a key legacy corridor project covering 231.64 kilometers is valued at 445.8 billion naira, forming part of a larger infrastructure push across the country. The announcement follows criticism that the region was being excluded from the federal development plans. Umahi dismissed such claims as politically motivated misinformation, noting that several projects abandoned since 2013 have been revived under Tinubu's administration. He stated that the current projects are part of a fair and regionally balanced infrastructure strategy aimed at renewing national trust and boosting economic connectivity in the southeast. The federal government has gazetted 21 new upstream oil and gas regulations aimed at attracting investment, enhancing transparency, and aligning Nigeria's petroleum sector with global standards. The Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission said the rules developed under the Petroleum Industry Act 2021 cover key areas such as gas flaring production, accurate production tracking, host community development, and operational safety. Commission Chief Executive Benga Komolafe stated that the regulations are essential to creating a stable investment climate, promoting innovation, and enforcing environmental responsibility. He added that the Commission is also rolling out a 7-pillar decarbonization and sustainability blueprint, while calling on operators to align with the new frameworks for a competitive and accountable oil sector. The Federation Account Allocation Committee is demanding the immediate recovery of 101 billion naira following a financial audit that exposed serious remittance errors by the Nigeria Customs Service. A report presented by OOM Professional Services revealed that 4 commercial banks had wrongly posted 82 billion naira of import value added tax into the Federation account as import duty, causing a revenue shortfall for sub-national governments due to the misapplication of the revenue sharing formula. In addition, 19 billion naira was erroneously remitted to the Consolidated Revenue Fund instead of the Federation account. further distorting government allocations. FAAC has ordered a full redistribution of the misclassified sums and tasked the Office of the Accountant General with recalculating entitlements to ensure fairness. The delays and errors also impacted cost of collection payments to key agencies, prompting calls for stricter compliance and accountability from all involved institutions. British energy giant chief executive Mary Auchincloss has said that the projections for oil supply growth from non-OPEC countries will peak by early 2026, with output expected to level off through at least mid-2027. The statement was made during an interview on Bloomberg Television after the company's latest earnings report. He stated that non-OPEC supply will likely flatten after February or March 2026, indicating a possible supply tightening as global demand remains firm. The forecast signals potential upward pressure on oil prices if OPEC does not ramp up production to offset slowing non-OPEC growth. Analysts view this as a pivotal shift in global oil dynamics, with energy markets closely watching the response from OPEC and major producers like the United States and Brazil. In the sports, Ademola Lookman, reigning African Player of the Year, has skipped Atlanta's training in a bid to push through a transfer amid rising tension with the club's management. The Nigerian forward submitted a formal transfer request on Sunday after the club rejected Inter Milan's 45 million euros offer, maintaining their 50 million euros valuation. Lookman, who cited frustration over Atlanta's blocking the opportunity, publicly expressed his desire to move on for a new challenge. Atlanta responded by confirming a prior gentleman's agreement to sell the player this summer, but only to clubs outside Italy. The club's chief executive officer emphasized Lookman's request last year to avoid joining another Serie A side. Despite the escalated situation, no fresh bid has arrived from Inter Milan, leaving Lookman's future unresolved as the transfer stance of intensify. Many thanks for watching. Now do well to follow us on our social media platforms at Souq News Television. I am Umahi Idolo. Coming up next is Just Africa. Stay tuned.